Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Let's continue with the chapter. We are going to learn two important results first. Then we will solve questions on them. And based on this concept, there will be the next exercise, that is exercise 1.6. Okay. So two important results which include union and intersection of two sets. First result, if A and B are any two sets. Then I told you what is the meaning of this notation. Whenever we write and bracket some set, that means number of elements in that set. So n bracket A union B means number of elements in A union B. And the result is equal to number of elements in A plus number of elements in B minus number of elements in A intersection B. This is the first important result. We can verify this result. Let us draw a Venn diagram. This is the universal set. Let us take two sets A and B. Now, since here we are verifying.
Sir, can you scroll up?
Only this I have written. And please be with the class, okay? Do not interrupt in between. It becomes very difficult to maintain the momentum, okay?
Okay,
So,
sir. Sorry, sir.
no issues, but please keep in mind this. Otherwise, momentum breaks and it is no more fun to teach. That is why. So, you try to continue with the class itself. Okay. All right. So, in the Venn diagram, when there is a universal set which is represented by a rectangle, and we have two sets A and B, so here we are going to verify this result. Okay. So I have shown the elements of the sets. Okay, I have shown the elements of the set, and with the help of this we can easily verify this result. Who will tell me? Who will tell me what is the value of n A here? How many elements in A are present in this particular diagram?
3.
A, B, C.
Yes, 3. So I'm not asking the values of the elements. I'm asking the number of elements. So they are A, B, and C. That means 3 elements. Okay, this is n A. Now what about n B? N B has how many elements?
So 3 only.
Yes, once again 3. That is C, D, and E. All right. Now who will tell me how many elements are there in A intersection B?
So,
1.
one.
1. That's correct. That is C, right? And finally, can anyone tell me how many elements are there in A union B?
So,
5.
5. Yes, and they are A, B, C, D, and E. Now you check these values and you put it here. You will get LHS equal to RHS. What about the RHS? Number of elements in A 3. Then number of elements again 3. 3 plus 3 minus 1. 3 plus 3 minus 1 gives you 5. And this is same as the number of elements in A union B. Alright. So this is just the verification. We'll be using this result from in some word problems. Okay. At that time we will see how to make A and B and how to use this result. Okay. This is the first one. Let us do one thing. Let us solve some questions on this only. Then I will take the second result. So if this is simple question, it may come for 1 mark. If A and X and Y are two sets such that X union Y has 50 elements, they may use any alphabet for sets. That is not important. Important is the result. Okay. 50 elements. X has 28 elements. And Y has 32 elements. Y has 32 elements. How many elements Please mute yourself. How many elements does X intersection Y have? So this is a straightforward question based on the above result. In place of A and B, they have used X and Y. So let us write them mathematically. First statement, number of elements in X union Y are 50. Number of elements in X are 28. Number of elements in Y are 32. And we have to find the number of elements in X intersection Y. So direct question. Now you will write that since X, number of elements in X union Y are equal to Nx plus Ny minus Nx intersection Y. So put these values here, okay, and then you can easily get the answer. So Nx intersection Y will come out to be 10. 60 minus 50. So this is direct question, okay.
So what is the heading of this?
Heading is not important, this result is important. Heading you can watch later. Next question. This result is important. Forget about heading and everything. In a group of 400 people, let us take a word problem on this. 250 can speak Hindi and 200 can speak English. How many people can speak both Hindi and English? How many people?
50.
Just can speak both
50.
Hindi and English. Yeah, question is based on this result only. So first of all, can anyone tell me how you will write 400 mathematically? What is 400?
So X union Y.
X union Y. Yes. Okay, so let us denote the people, the number of people who speak Hindi by X and number of people who speak English by Y. Okay. So first thing, what is given in a group of 400 people? That means people are either speaking Hindi or English. So that means union is given, right? Union is given. This is first thing. Then second sentence, number of people who can speak Hindi is 250. That means Nx is 250. Number of people who speak English is 200. Number of people can speak both Hindi and English. See, I told you one thing. And means intersection, if you remember. And means intersection or means union. Okay. So from there also you'll get this idea. So and is coming Hindi and English. So what is asked in the question? And X intersection Y. See, it is very simple. Now you just use the formula. Nx union Y is Nx plus Ny minus Nx intersection Y. Put these values here. So what will be the answer? Nx intersection Y will be 50. So these are the number of people who speak both the languages, that is Hindi and English. So you will have to write something like this, okay? X is this, Y is this, and then you will use the result mathematically. Now you will find similar questions, just the language will be changed. Sometimes they give you a question like this. In a class, these many students play football, these many play cricket. Okay, how many of them play both? So this Hindi and English languages can be replaced by some sports, but it will be a similar question. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take one important question. Let me see if anyone can do it.
So please scroll up slightly.
Okay, this is the next question. In a survey of 400 students in a school, 100 were listed as taking apple juice, 150 as taking orange juice, and 75 as taking both apple and orange juice. Now, before you give the answer, first you understand the question completely. Find how many students were taking neither apple nor orange juice. This is the question. So, what we'll do? Take
So
A1
is
here,
the answer 150?
150. Let me check. No, not 150.
So 225.
Yeah, that is correct. I will ask you how you have done it, but let me write the set
Sir,
here.
sir, sir.
Yes, yes.
So is that 900 students or 400?
400. There are 400, 900, 400. Okay. Okay, so let us take A as number of students. Number of students taking apple juice. Okay. Number of students taking orange juice. So what is given in a survey of 400 students? That means A union B is given. 400. Number of students taking apple juice 100. Number of students taking orange juice 150. Taking both. Taking both and intersection B is 75. I want to ask one question. Is this correct? N A union B equals 400. Is this correct?
No.
This is wrong. Because see, it is not given that all the students of this school are having apple and orange juice. It is not compulsory. And how we come to know? From the last sentence. Find how many sorry. Find how many students were taking neither apple nor orange juice. So how can I write NA union B as 400? This is wrong. What about NA equals 100? This is correct. Because it is clearly mentioned 100 were listed as taking apple juice. NA is 100 correct. NB is 150 correct. Both apple and orange juice 75. This is also correct. But NA union B 400, this is wrong. Because 400 are the total number of students in the school. So there is chance, and actually it is happening in the question, that some of the students are not taking any of the juices. Okay. So now I have the question for you. Then what is this 400? If this is wrong,
Universal set.
yes, good.
Any
That is
union, B union, the people who are also
no.
not
That
taking.
is no. That is simply universal set. Try to understand this with the help of diagram. This rectangle shows the school. Okay, universal set. And then this is the situation. So what about that portion of the rectangle which is outside these circles? That means this. You are asked this in the question. Okay, you have to find the students which are part of the shaded area. So if all the students would have been taking juices, then the situation will be like this. What is this? This part is A, this part is B, and all the students are having either one of the juices. Okay, this part is covered by A, this by B. A union B is equal to universal set. This is not possible. This is wrong. Okay, so situation is like this. So you have to be careful while reading the language. Do not always write blindly A union B is this much. So this is universal set. Now I want to ask one thing. This language, students are neither taking apple nor orange juice. How you will represent it mathematically? Just like I have written NA, NB, NA intersection B, and U. Can anyone tell me how you will write in terms of sets or mathematically this thing? Number of students neither taking apple nor orange juice.
So U minus A union B.
U minus A union B. Yes, that is correct. You can write that way also. Number of students, because you should have understood this Venn diagram also. Number of students taking neither apple nor orange juice. So from the diagram itself, it is clear that you have to find this value. N U minus N A union B. N U is given. N U is 400. Now you have to find A and A union B, and that you will find with the help of that formula. Now N A union B is NA plus NB minus NA intersection B. So you put the values here. NA union B is 100 plus 150 minus 75. So this comes out to be 175. Therefore, our answer. This you will write in place of question mark. Okay, you put it here. So what will be the final answer? Answer will be 400 minus 175. That is 225. These many students are not having any of the juices. Okay. Okay, then now there is
So could you
similar
please
kind
scroll
of
up a
result.
bit?
Note it quickly. Now there is a second result for 3 sets. Done?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I didn't get that 400 part.
What happened with 400?
Yes,
It is
sir, I didn't.
universal sort. It is 400. These are the number of students in the school. Is it necessary that everybody should be having some juice? There is a possibility that some students like neither of them. So that is why what is 400 then? 400 are the number of students in the school. Okay. And what is A union B? A union B means that will be the number of students who will be taking either apple juice or orange juice. So that is the difference. NU means universal set. And A union B means it will be giving the number of students who will be taking either of the juices. So that is the difference. Because the question itself says that how many students are there who are not taking any of the juices. So definitely they will be part of this rectangle. Okay. They will be part of this rectangle, but they will be out of these circles. Simple. What is the problem? Where is the confusion?
Sir, got it now.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So they have written that NU minus NA union B, right?
Yes.
Can it be also written as A union B dash?
A union, simply A union B dash, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is one and the same thing. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Because when you subtract some elements of a set from the universal set, you get its complement set, right? So that will be an A union B dash only, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Now let's take the next result. This is with reference to three sets. Till now you were solving questions on three sets. Now, sorry, two sets. Now three sets may also be involved, and the result will be a little bit different. Then, so you have to remember these two results. Okay, N A union B union C. This is N A plus N B plus N C. This result is a little bit lengthy, but there is some pattern also, so you can remember easily. Then minus NA intersection B, minus NB intersection C, minus NC intersection A, and finally we have plus N of A intersection B intersection C. This is the result for three sets. Three sets means there will be three situations. Okay. Now, till now we are solving questions on two sets, A and B, X and Y. Now you will see three events or three situations. So that is why three sets will be coming. And this time, if you have to write their union, then the result is Na plus Nb plus Nc. So there is some sort of symmetry here. Then the symmetry is there in the next term also. A and B, B and C, C and A. Okay. Then finally you have to add N times A intersection B intersection C. See, you won't find any question in exercise 1.6. Okay, but you may find some questions after the exercise 1.6. That means in miscellaneous. So there are less chances that question will come on this, but still is given in NCERT, so we need to solve it. So let us see how we'll be using this information. The question is, in a survey, it was found that 21 people liked product A, 26 liked product B, and 29 liked product C. So here we can use these same alphabets A, B, and C only. Okay. Then what else is given? If 14 people liked,
So what would be the Venn diagram for that?
yeah, I will show you. If 14 people liked products A and B, we will learn the Venn diagram with the help of this question only. 14 people like products A and B. That means there is intersection between A and B. Note this thing. Okay. 12 people like products B and C. Like products B and C. Sorry, C and A. And 14 people like products C and B and C. And 8 liked all of them. See, it is given in such a simple language. 8 liked all of them. All three products. Now what is the question? Find how many liked product C only. Liked product C only. Now let us try to understand them with the help of Venn diagram, this situation. Okay. So we will have a rectangle which will be a universal set. Now we are supposed to make three sets. Let us name them A, B, and C only. And each circle is having intersection with the other two. What happened?
So could you please scroll up a bit?
Not now, later on. First you understand this question. It is not possible every time to scroll up. See, this is the Venn diagram and this is the universal set where I have drawn this rectangle. Okay. And I have drawn the three sets. Some of you were asking how to make the Venn diagram. So how I have made these type of circles, or why we are making it like this, why not like this, why not like this, or why not like this, two intersecting, not the third one, because of the question. See, it is clearly mentioned that 14 people like products A and B. So that means A and B must have the intersection, some common part. 12 people liked C and A. They are having the common part. 14 people liked B and C. They are having some common portion. And the three circles should also have a common point, not common point, common region. Why? Because 8 liked all the three products. Okay. 8 liked all the three products. Now we have to find, what is the question? Find how many liked products C only. See, we need to find this portion. This shaded area, is part of set C only. Okay. Because the remaining portion of set C will be included either in A or in B. So we have to find that how many elements will be present in this shaded area. This is the question. Okay. So first let me complete this. First line, 21 people like product A. That means NA is 21. Then 26 like product C. NB is 26 like product B. NB is 26. Then NC is 29. 14 liked both A and B. And intersection B is 14. 12 liked C and A. And C intersection is 12. 14 liked B and C. 14 liked B and C. And B intersection C is 14. 8 liked all. All means, what is this value? 8 is what? N of what? 8 liked all the three products. That means which portion?
So A union B union C.
Not union, intersection. Why union? All the three products. See, it will be this portion. This one. This red portion is present in all the three. It is part of set A as well as set B as well as set C. This is not union. This is intersection of all the three. Okay. And this will be it. But what is the question? We have to find the number of number of elements which are in this black region. Okay. So how to find this? With the help of these, I can find N A union B union C using the result. Okay. But what about this? Our answer. What exactly we have to write? What is NC? It is not NC actually. It is NC minus some portion. So how to find it? Yes, anyone? Can you express this shaded area in terms of sets? Okay, let me shade some areas that will help you understand.
So the C part you can subtract
just
with the intersection of
wait a minute.
CA and CB.
That is why I'm shading them, then it will be easy to understand. Okay, wait a minute. Let me complete this. Okay, now let me write it mathematically first. Okay, then you'll understand. I have to find NC only. I'm not writing NC. I have to write NC only. This is the question. And which is this black portion? So if we consider this whole circle, which is set C, then from this portion, I have to subtract yellow, red and green one. Then only I will get NC only. So I have written NC. Now I have to subtract this yellow, red and green portion. Who will tell me how to represent yellow portion? What is this?
So A intersection C.
Is it an A intersection C? Is it so?
A intersection C.
So it is A
Right.
intersection C minus the intersection of A, C and ABC.
Very good. See, actually, intersection, just concentrate on the diagram. Okay. If you want to take the intersection of A and C, then it will be the combination of yellow plus red. Okay. Watch carefully and look for the intersection of these two circles A and C. So it will be yellow plus red portion. So if I subtract this from NC, see, I need this black shaded area, right? So what I have done, first I have considered the whole circle C and from that I want to remove yellow and red and green. So yellow and red, they are covered in a single step with the help of an A intersection C. Now I have to find the green portion only. I have to find green portion only, but I cannot find it directly. What I will do? I will subtract B intersection C as well, which is the intersection of circle B and circle C. But one thing is happening. What is that thing? And that thing is that I'm counting the red portion twice. So basically I have subtracted red portion twice and I can subtract it only once. So what I will do? I will add this portion once. Now we can understand once again. This black circle, okay, this is NC. But the question is C only. That is, which is part of C only. No other circle should be part of it. So this can be calculated when I subtract this yellow, red and green portion from the black one, black circle. That will give me the black shaded area only. So in order to do it, I am subtracting any intersection C from NC. So till now what happens? When I subtract yellow and red from the whole circle, now I am getting black one and green one. But I need to subtract green portion also. But I can't do it directly. So what I have done? I have subtracted green and red also. But in that case, I am counting red two times. I am subtracting red two times. But in fact, it should be subtracted only one time. That is why I have to add it once. So what I have done? I have added A intersection B intersection C once. So overall, now the question is over because all the values are given in the question. NC is 29, NA intersection C is 12, NB intersection C is 14, and this is plus 8. So this will be the answer and it will come out to be 11. 29 minus 23 plus 8, 11. Though it look like the question will be based on N A union B union C, but it is not. However, if in this question they find they want you to find N A union B union C, then you can use the above result, which is NA plus NB plus NC minus NA intersection B minus NB intersection C minus NC intersection A plus N intersection B intersection C. However, it is different question. This is last example of unsolved miscellaneous exercise. You won't find questions on 3 sets in exercise 1.6. You will find these questions in miscellaneous exercise. If you want, you can solve them. Okay. I hope this step is clear. This was the deciding step of the question. Now someone wanted to note the previous question first. So I'm scrolling up. If you want, you can.
Sir, I searched it up, sir.
Which one?
So I searched it up, sir. So no need to scroll.
Okay. What about this one?
So
You want
so
to
it's
see the
done.
solution? Is it done?
Yes, it's done, sir.
All right. So this was everything about sets. Okay. I gave you some exercises as homework. Have you done it and do you have any doubts from there? 3 exercises were given in homework. Anyone having any doubt in any of the exercises? 1.3 to 1.5.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So in exercise 1.3, could you please explain question number 3?
Wait a minute. Let me see exercise 1.3. 1.3, question number third. Any particular part? Because there are 11 parts. Or you are not able to understand how to use these symbols. Is it so?
So I didn't understand the first part, the first question.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I got it. What is the problem? See, in exercise 1.3 in third question, they have given this set which is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. All right. So based on this, there are some parts given. First is 3 comma 4, then this symbol is used. Then for second one, they have used this symbol, and then there are other parts also. Then for third one, this will help you understand. All these three parts will help you understand that which should be the correct option. See, it is given that this is the set A, and on the basis of that you have to tell that which of the following answers are right or wrong. There are like 11 questions. I have written the first three. All are braces only, right? So I have a question for you. When I have given this set A, and in this set A, enclosed within braces are some terms. I'm using the word terms. So I want to ask one thing. Are these terms which I have ticked, are they elements or members of this set A, or are they sets of this set A or subsets of set A? What is one? If I
So
write simply
elements.
one, elements. If I ask what is one? One is element or member of A. What is two? Two is member of A. What is five? Five is member of A. What is 3 comma 4 and this bracket? Member of A. Member of A. Listen, very important. So if small a is element of A, this thing I have already discussed. Before we studied sets, we discussed the standard terminology. I told you if A is element of set A, then it is written like this. That this symbol which looks like E. Then A belongs to A. Okay. And if capital A is subset of B, then we write this we studied yesterday. Then we write A is subset of B like this. So on the basis of this information, can you tell me which is correct, first one or second one?
Second.
The
Second or
second one.
yes. Okay. Now I think you understood. Because 3 comma 4, which is from here, which is the element of this set, is not the subset. Okay. It itself is the element. So that is why we will use belongs to. So first is wrong, second is right. Now read carefully and tell me whether third will be correct or false.
So true.
Third is true. Why? What is the difference between second one and third one? Second one is written as element, while now two braces have been used. Okay. So it is a case of singleton set. It is a case of singleton set. And it is having one element. This is a subset of set A, right? We write those subsets which are having only one element. So now this is the element and enclosed within braces. So now this is acting as set. Okay. So this is the difference between first, second, and third. Is it clear? Have you understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So,
All right.
if you had to write 5 bracket, it would be a subset of A then.
Like this? Like this?
So yeah,
Yes.
so
This
would
will
it
be
be a
subset of A.
okay?
This will be subset of A. But if you simply write 5, then this will be element of A. Got it? Do you
Okay, so
understand?
thank you.
Do you understand the difference? Okay. Both are correct.
So yeah,
All right. Yes. Any other doubts?
So can you explain the question?
Eighth one. What universal sets would you propose for each of the following? Universal sets. You propose for each of the following. Okay. The set of right triangles. Set of isosceles triangles. Universal set. I can simply take set of all the triangles. What is the problem? Because see, if I consider a set which is set of all the possible triangles that we can draw, then obviously right triangle will be a specific kind of triangle. It will be present in that. Means I have collection of this triangle. I have collection of this triangle. I have collection of this triangle. I have this triangle as well. Okay. means all possible type of triangles that we can think. So I'll be taking the universal set as set of all possible triangles. So within this set, we will find other types of triangles included. So this will be the universal set. Okay. But see, I cannot take a universal set as set of all equilateral triangles. This will be wrong, because if I take universal set as set of all equilateral triangles, then there will be many triangles which will not be a part of it. Okay. Like for example, right angle triangle or a scalene triangle. So that is why what I am saying, I am simply writing set of all possible triangles. So definitely both of them will be part of it. They will be subsets. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So this is easy one. This is like you can give the answer verbally. Yes. Any other doubt? Okay, then let us study the next topic. See, next topic is relations and functions. So it is in continuation with sets only. Okay, once you understand what are sets and what are different kind of sets, okay, then only you'll be able to study this chapter. So this chapter called relation and function, it starts with the first article, which is Cartesian product. We do not actually multiply here. This is something
Not
different.
directly.
Sorry.
So it's a new chapter.
Yes. Next chapter.
Okay.
Actually, this is like a complete unit, set, relation, and function. Okay, but they have given it as a separate chapter, but it is continuation of the concepts that we have studied till now. Because see, what is the first heading of the chapter? Cartesian product of sets. So we are starting from there only. We start with the definition. What is Cartesian product? Given two non-empty sets A and B. First thing, two non-empty means no set should be 5. Then the set of all ordered pairs, set of all ordered pairs x comma y, where x belongs to A, this is important, x belongs to A and y belongs to B, is called Cartesian product of A and B. Let us take an example to understand this definition. Suppose there is set A which has elements 1, 2 and 3, and set B has elements 4 and 5. Okay, suppose we have these two sets A and B, and we have to write the Cartesian product of A and B. Just a minute. So how to write this Cartesian product? Cartesian product of A and B is given by A cross B. Okay, it is written in the form of multiplication only, but we do not actually multiply. What we write? How we write A cross B? It is actually a set. Okay, first thing, it is actually a set, and in this set, see, come back to the definition. In this set, you will find some ordered pairs. In this set, you will find some ordered pairs written in the form of x comma y, where x will come from the first set and y will come from the second set. Okay. So let us make these ordered pairs. So I have to write its elements in the form of x comma y. X will come from set A and y will come from set B. So very simple. First ordered pair will be 1 comma 4. 1 is from set A, 4 is from set B. Then 1 comma 5. Then 2 comma 4. Then 2 comma 5. Then 3 comma 4. And last is 3 comma 5. 3 comma 5. Okay. So this is your Cartesian product. It is not related to some multiplication or anything. Cartesian product itself is a set, and it is set of all ordered pairs where the first element comes from the first set and second element comes from the second set. If in the same question we have to find B cross A, if in the same question we have to find B cross A, that means Cartesian product B cross A, then now we will consider element of B set first and then set A. That means if I take 4 from set B, the Cartesian product will contain 4 comma 1, 4 comma 2, 4 comma 3, and then we will consider 5 and it will be 5 comma 1, 5 comma 2 and 5 comma 3. Okay. So here we come to an important conclusion that A into B is not equal to B into A. I cannot say that 1 comma 4 and 4 comma 1 are one and the same thing. They are different things. Okay. I will write here also. Two ordered pairs x1 y1 and x2 y2 are equal if and only if the corresponding values are same. If and only if we have these x values equal and y values equal. Okay. So we cannot say that 1 comma 4 and 4 comma 1 is the same thing. No, it is different. These are two different order pairs. That is why the Cartesian product A cross B and Cartesian product B cross A both are different things. So this is everything about Cartesian product. Is it clear? Any doubt from this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right. So here they write one more important thing. If number of elements in A are, let's say, P, and number of elements in set B are Q, then N A cross B is equal to P cross Q. What is this? Number of ordered pairs. Number of ordered pairs in A cross B. We can understand this thing from the example only, first example only. If the number of elements in A are P and number of elements in set B are Q, then number of ordered pairs that will be formed in A cross B will be P into Q. Let us see if this is true or not. See this first example. First set has 3 elements, N is 3. Second set has 2 elements, NB is 2. So NA cross B should have 6 pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is the formula.
So what you wrote as a 6 pair?
6 pairs. In A cross B, you will get the pairs, no? You will not get the elements, you will get these pairs. 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 4, like this. Okay. Number of ordered pairs.
So yeah,
in
but the last one,
what last?
I
P
didn't
cross Q,
understand
P
the
into
last
Q.
pair what you have written. So no,
Which
the the numericals, I didn't understand what you wrote over there.
what
After
you are hearing?
the 6 pair of,
That is the definition, no? How you write the ordered pairs? How you write the ordered pairs in A cross B? You take first element from first set and second element from second set. What is the problem? So how you will write A cross B? You take 1 from here, then 4 from here. 1 from set A, 5 from set B. 2 from set A, 4 from set B. This is the way to write the Cartesian product. So 1, 4,
okay, sir,
1,
understood.
5, 2, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, 3, 5. It is like that. That is the definition. Okay, what is the problem here? We do not actually multiply.
Okay.
There is nothing called multiplication. It is just the name. that we write Cartesian product.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right. Now suppose, let us say there is a question. If A equals, it is given in set builder form. This is A, this is B, and set C is given in roster form 3, 5 curly braces. You have to find, then find A cross B intersection C. This is first part, and second part is find A cross B union C. So let us change everything in terms of roster form first. So who will tell me what are the elements of set A? Yes, what are the elements of set A?
0 and 1.
Yes, 0 and 1, because x should be a whole number. No, x is a whole number which is less than 2. So two whole numbers are possible, 0 and 1. Then similarly set B, a natural number greater than 1 and less than 5. 2, 3, 4.
2, 3.
Yes, and set C is already given in roster form. Now for the first part, we need to find B intersection C first. So what is B intersection C?
So 3.
3 only, right? It is very easy. These questions are very easy. So in B intersection C, this set we have only one element 3. And what about A? A is 0 and 1. So how to find their Cartesian product? Very simple. You will have some ordered pairs where first element will come from the first set, that is A, and second element from the second set, which is B intersection C. Okay. So the ordered pairs will be 0, 3, 1, 3. This is it. Now for second question is A cross B union C. So we need to find B union C first. What is B union C? Who will tell? B union C.
So 2,
Every-
3, 4.
Yes,
2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay. I have already taught you what is union, intersection, everything. Therefore, A cross B union C. This is A. This is B union C. Okay. A should be coming first. So with 0, you will make 4 ordered pairs, which are 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5. Now similarly, with the second element 1, you will again make 4 pairs, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, and 1, 5. Okay. 1, 5. I am writing it here. It will create confusion. 1, 5. You try to write it in a single line. Okay. So this is simple. Cartesian product is a simple thing. What about this question? A is 1, 2, 3, 4. B is A, B, C. Then N A cross B equal to. What is the answer? Yes, Harry, what is the answer?
So 12.
Yes, 12 will be the
12.
answer. Yes, direct based on formula. Number of elements in A are 4. Number of elements in B are 3. So number of elements in A cross B will be 12. Formula based thing. It can come for 1 mark. Okay, let me take the last article for today. Okay, this will be the last one for today. And listen, one more thing. You will have one more class, and I think it can be tomorrow only. Okay, this week you will have one more class. It is not scheduled in the timetable. Okay, it is not scheduled in the timetable. Please look for the scheduled meeting tomorrow. You may have a class. All right, keep this in mind. Do not say that I was not informed. Look for the schedule in the teams only, because functions will be studying tomorrow, otherwise it will be too much in the same day. So let us study this part, relation. Our relation are from,
Sir, tomorrow, sir.
okay, tomorrow you have off, I think, right? There is some
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about Friday? Can I take a class on Friday?
Yes, sir.
Friday is okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, then it will be on Friday.
Same timing, sir.
Yeah, most probably.
Okay, sir.
All right, let us complete this. A relation R from a non-empty set A to a non-empty set B is a subset, this is the key term, subset of the Cartesian product A cross B, of the Cartesian product A cross B. Now we all know what are subsets. Okay, there are some important points here. Domain. What is domain? We will take example, you will understand everything. Okay, the set of all first elements in a relation R, in a relation R. So set of all first elements in a relation R is called domain of relation R. Range, set of all second elements, set of all second elements. Everything will be clear with the help of example in a relation R. What they are called together? They are called range of relation R. So let me take some example to tell you what is a relation and how to write it. Find domain. This will be a complete question. It will tell you each and everything from the start, that is from the definition to this part, range. So listen carefully. Find the domain and range of the relation R given by, they will write something in either roster form or set builder form. So R is a relation such that it is a set of all the ordered pairs x comma y, where y is x plus 6 by x, where xy belongs to natural number and x less than 6. Here they have given you the relation directly. What is this R? R is the relation. It is given in the question that R is the relation. Okay. And you have to write this relation in roster form, because this is set builder form. Some property is given, and on the basis of property you have to write the relation in terms of roster form, and for that they have given you a relation in x and y, and other things are also given. So I have to make ordered pairs from here. So first thing, I need to start putting values of x so that I get values of y, and I write them in the form of x comma y. Who will tell me what will be the first value of x that you can put in this expression?
So 1.
Yes, 1. Why? Because x is natural number and less than 6. So that means I can start by putting x is equal to 1. And that will come as the first element, right? X comma y. When I put x as 1 here in this expression, it will be 1 plus 6 by 1, that is 7. Now the next number will be 2. After 1 you will put 2. So 2 will give you how much? 2 plus 6 by 2. 2 plus 3, 5. Then the next number will be 3. You put 3 here. Okay. 3 plus 6 by 3. 3 plus 2, 5. Is it okay? 2 plus 6 by 2. Yes, this is 5. Then 3 plus 6 by 3. This is also 5. Yes, correct. Then next number will be 4. Tell me why I cannot put 4 here. What is the reason? It is given the question x and y belongs to natural number x less than 6. So I should put x equal to 4. But why it is not right to put 4 here? Tell me.
So y will be a fraction, it's not a natural
Yes,
number.
because yes, correct. Because if I put x equal to 4, I will get 4 plus 1.5, that is 5.5. It is not a natural number, and y must be a natural number. So I cannot put 4, I cannot put 5, but I can put 6. Because when I will put x is equal to 6, the value that I will get is 7. Only these 4 ordered pairs will be present because of the given information. And they have already
So
said that
x
it is
is
some.
less than 6 or more than equal to or less than
All right.
equal to 6.
Yeah, I forgot. Even this number cannot be put here. Yes. Only 3 ordered pairs. Because x is less than 6, so I cannot take x as 6. Okay. So only these 3 ordered pairs are possible in this relation R. Now, if I have to write the domain, see, very simple definition. What is domain? It is the set of all first elements in a relation R. Now the relation R has these 3 ordered pairs 1, 7, 2, 5, 3, 5. So what will be the domain? Domain will be 1, 2, 3 enclosed within braces. Why? Go through the definition. Set of all first elements in a relation R. It could not be more simple than this. What about range? Who will tell me what is the range?
So 7 comma 5.
Yes. Either you write 7 comma 5 or you write 5 comma 7. It is one and the same thing. Because what is range? Set of all second elements in the relation R. Domain and range is the simplest thing to do in relation. You just get the relation. Domain and range is easy. Okay, let us take this question. This will be the last question. Okay. Given R is set of all x comma y such that x and y belongs to W and x square plus y square is 25. So once again they have given the information in set builder form. Find domain and range of R. Domain and range of R. Note that x and y are whole numbers. Domain and range of R. So on the basis of that you change this information in roster form and then you can easily find the domain and range. So who will tell me how you will find these ordered pairs? Can anyone tell me? X, y belongs to W and x square plus y square is 25. You can start varying any one particular term. Let's say x. Obviously, we change x and we get y. So who will tell me what will be the first value of x that you put here?
0.
Yes, because x
4.
and y should be whole numbers. So it will start with 0. And when you put 0, y square is 25. So what will be the value of y here?
So plus or minus 5.
Only
So
plus
5.
5. See, quadratic wise it is plus minus 5. But with respect to this question, we will only take 5. Why? Because y is also a whole number. That is why. Okay. Now, can I take x as 1? If I take x as 1,
No.
y square will be 24 and y square is equal to 24. That means y is plus minus root 24, which is not a natural number. Then similarly, can I take 2? No, I cannot take 2. Y square will be 21. Can I take x as 3? Yes. If I take x as 3, y square will come 25 minus 9, that is 16. So 4 will be the answer, right? Then after 3, can I take 4? Yes. If I take 4, y square will be 9. Y will be 3. Can I take x as 5? Yes. If x is 5, y is 0. Will I take any other number? No. Why? Because if I take x as 6, 7, 8, 9, y square will start coming negative. which is not possible. Okay. So who will tell me what is the domain and range?
The domain is 0, 3, 4, 5 and range is 0, 3, 4, 5. Same.
Yes, correct. Because see, domain is the set of all first elements of ordered pairs and range is set of all second elements of ordered pairs. It is very easy to write relation, domain and range, everything. Okay. So I need one more class that will be on functions. I don't want to take it now. Okay. And what you can do, you can start solving questions from exercise 1.6. Okay. Solve questions from exercise 1.6 and this chapter relation also. You can solve all the questions up till relations. Okay. Now only function is remaining. So we will do some discussion, solve some questions in the form of practice and complete the remaining part, functions. All right. That's it for today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
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 Excuse
Bye, everyone.
me, sir.
You want to ask something?
Yes, sir. Sir, when
Yes.
you'll be taking, sir, when you'll be continuing with the backup classes?
Yeah. Just let us complete the school syllabus first. Then I will be taking that chapter, sequence and series. You are talking about sequence and series, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, AP and GP
Then
has been
all,
completed. Yes, AP and GP is completed. So the remaining portion I will take after the school gets over. The school exams gets over. Okay.
sir, and also this little of quadratic equation is there.
Quadratic, no quadratic. Okay, completely. I don't think there should be any backlog there. Which part?
So only the starting part.
Okay, don't worry. We'll see to it when we complete sequence series. After that, I will take this quadratic. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Don't worry
Thank
about anything. It's okay. I will take everything.
So,
Okay.
so I had
Yes.
a doubt about domain and range. While writing it, it should be in increasing order, right?
No, it's nothing like that. Now you are asking me about how to represent a set. You are asking how to represent a set. What I said, ordering of elements is not important. Either you write 0, 3, 4, 5, or you write 5, 4, 3, 0, or you write 4, 3, 0, 5. It is all same. I told you this when we were studying the roster form. What I
Okay,
said.
sir.
You forgot that thing. It is
So,
roster
so
form.
no, this, so no, for this, so
No,
for this question I'm talking
domain
about
and
because
range
someone
itself,
was.
domain and range itself is sets only, na? What is domain? It is set of the elements. What is
Okay,
range?
okay,
Set of some elements. Set means representing in roster form. So it is same thing. Okay. Element should not be repeated
okay,
and
okay, sir.
element should not
Thank
be
you.
repeated. If element is getting repeated, we should not repeat it and ordering is not important. We have already discussed this thing.
Okay, okay,
All,
sir. Thank you.
all. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Bye everyone.